Click Home tab, Create Design Panel Part Builder. In the Getting Started Catalog screen dialog box, in the Part Catalog list, select Structure. Select the junction structure with frames folder, and then click New Parametric Part. For name, enter Cylindrical Manhole 1. Click in the box next to Description. The description matches the name by default. Click OK. Expand part configuration and change the following. Undefined part type, change this to junction structure. Undefined, leave this as undefined. Undefined bounded shape, change this to cylinder. Expand modeling, and then right-click Work Planes and then click Add Work Plane. The Create Work Plane dialog box is displayed. Click Top, and then click OK. The top work plane is created. Expand work planes. Right-click top plane, rename, and change the name to rim. Click Save Part Family. Click Yes. The part is validated and saved. Click View tab, Views panel front. Expand modeling. Right-click Work Planes and then click Add Work Plane. The Create Work Plane dialog box is displayed. Click Offset. Name the work plane Top of Riser 1, then click OK. The command line asks you to select Reference Work Plane. Click the yellow bounding square of the rim work plane. Repeat steps 2 through 4 to create the following additional work planes, using the following approximate offsets from the referenced work plane. Change your view to be oriented above the rim work plane. Expand work planes, right-click rim, and then click Set View. The view is oriented to be above the rim work plane. Add a circular profile to represent the diameter of the frame. Right-click the rim work plane, add Profile Circular. At the command prompt, select a center point for the profile at the approximate center of the work plane and a radius of 12, similar to how you would draw an AutoCAD circle. Expand work planes, right-click rim, add geometry point. Place a point at the approximate center of your circular profile. A point is displayed at the approximate center of the circular profile. Constrain the profile so that the point will be forced to always be located at the center of the profile. Right-click the rim work plane, add constraints concentric. The command line prompts you to select a first geometry and a second geometry. Select the point and the circular profile. The point moves to be at the center of the circular profile, and a concentric constraint is displayed under the rim work plane. Add a diameter dimension that you can later use as a structure parameter. Right-click the rim work plane, add dimension diameter. The command line prompts you to select circle or arc geometry. Select the circular profile on the screen. Draw a circular profile on the top of riser 1 work plane. Right-click the top of riser 1 work plane, and then click Add Profile Circular. Following the same procedure as step 7, draw a circular profile. Add a diameter dimension to the circular profile on the top of riser 1 work plane. Right-click the top of riser 1 work plane, and then click Add Dimension Diameter. Repeat the previous 2 steps to create a circular profile and corresponding dimension on the top of cone work plane. You have 3 circular profiles with appropriate dimensions. Repeat steps 11 and 12 to create a circular profile and corresponding dimension for the top of riser 2 work plane. However, this time, make the profile radius approximately twice as large, approximately 24 radius/48 diameter. You should have 4 circular profiles displayed, and 4 corresponding dimensions displayed in the modeling area. And under Model Parameters node, click View tab, Views panel, Front. 4 profiles from front view are displayed. Add a transition between the rim circular profile and the top of riser 1 circular profile. This represents the manhole cover and frame. Right-click Modifiers and then click Add Transition. The command line prompts you to select Start Profile. On the screen, select the circular profile on the rim work plane. The command line prompts you to select End Profile. On the screen, select the circular profile on the top of riser 1 work plane. Right-click the transition on the screen, and then click Display Order Send to Back. Add a transition between the top of riser 1 circular profile and the top of cone circular profile. This represents the manhole cover and frame. Right-click Modifiers and then click Add Transition. The command line prompts you to select Start Profile. On the screen, select the circular profile on the top of riser 1 work plane. The command line prompts you to select End Profile. On the screen, select the circular profile on the top of cone work plane. Repeat the process to create a transition between the circular profiles on the top of cone work plane and the top of riser 2 work plane. Remember that you may have to use Display Order Send to Back to send the transitions to the back, so that you can choose the profiles. To do this, right-click the transition on the screen, and then click Display Order Send to Back. Switch your view back to an overhead view by selecting the top of barrel work plane, right-clicking and choosing Set View. Your view switches to an overhead view in relation to this work plane. Make 2 circular profiles with corresponding dimensions on the top of barrel work plane. Use steps 11 and 12 for reference. The first should be approximately the same size as the profile on the top of riser 2 work plane, 24R/48D, the second should be approximately twice as large, 48R/96D. Make one circular profile with a corresponding dimension on the bottom of structure work plane. Use steps 11 and 12 for reference. The profile should be approximately the same size as the larger profile on the top of barrel work plane, 48R/96D. You should now have 7 total circular profiles and corresponding dimensions both on screen and under model parameters. Change your view to a front view. The stack of work planes and the transitions created in step 17 are displayed. Following the same methodology for the first batch of transitions created in steps 16 and 17, add transitions between the top of riser 2 profile, and the smaller top of barrel profile, then the larger top of barrel profile and the bottom of structure profile. You may have to use draw order to send certain profiles to the back, in order to choose the correct one for each transition. Change your view to SW isometric. Change your visual style to conceptual. Change your visual style back to 2D wireframe, then change your view back to top view. Expand model parameters and size parameters. Right-click size parameters and then click Add. The Edit Part Sizes dialog box is displayed. Along with the new parameter dialog box. Select Structure Riser Height 1 and press OK. A new parameter of SRZ1 is displayed in the Edit Part Sizes dialog box. In the Edit Part Sizes dialog box, click New to display the new parameter dialog box. Add the following additional parameters using the new parameter dialog box. The next step is to assign some preliminary values to the structure parameters. These will be refined later by adding lists of possible structure sizes. Right-click Model Parameters Edit. The Model Parameters dialog box is displayed. Note that the structure parameters have all been assigned an initial value of 0. Change the numbers in the equation column to match the following constants, all in inches. Next, you'll change each of the work plane offset parameters, WPOF1 through WPOF5, to correspond with a structure parameter. For example, instead of the first offset being approximately 12, it now corresponds with the SFH parameter. So if you later adjust the SFH parameter, the work plane offset, and its plane geometry, profiles and dimensions, will adjust accordingly. The SFH parameter is displayed under the equation column in the Model Parameters dialog box. Repeat the previous two steps for each work plane offset parameter using the following values. Remain in the Model Parameters dialog box for the next step. The following parameters are displayed under the equation column in the Model Parameters dialog box. Next, you map each body diameter dimension to a corresponding structure diameter parameter. Using the calculator tool in the Model Parameters dialog box, set the equation column for each body diameter parameter making the following matches. The following parameters are displayed under the equation column in the Model Parameters dialog box. Click Close to exit the Model Parameters dialog box. Save the part. The part updates to reflect any dimension changes. If desired, change your view to isometric, and your visual style to conceptual, to see how the part is progressing. Change the auto layout location to the center of the rim circular profile. This ensures that the structure is inserted properly into your drawing. Select Layout Data, right-click and then click Select Placement Point. The command line prompts you to select a placement point. Use your node OSNAP to select the point at the center of the rim work plane circular profile. A small, cyan marker is displayed at that location. This marks the structure insertion point. Save the part. Exit the Part Builder utility by clicking the small X in the upper right corner of the Part Browser. The Part Browser is the left pane portion of the Part Builder application window. If you are prompted to save the part, click Yes. Part Builder closes. Open the tutorial drawing called Part Builder 1a.dwg, and enter Part Catalog Regen in the command line. Enter S to indicate you want to regenerate the structure catalog. Press Enter. Click OK, and then press ESC to exit the Part Catalog Regen command. Create a new parts list called Test Parts List. The Parts List dialog box is displayed. On the Structures tab, click Add Part Family. The Add Part Family dialog box is displayed. Click your part, and then click OK. An entry is displayed on the Structures tab for the manhole. Right-click your part and then click Add Part Size. The Part Size Creator dialog box is displayed. This dialog box lists all of the parameters as constants right now. Now add a few pipes to your test parts list. Exit the parts list dialog box. A new parts list is created. Create a pipe network by layout that contains approximately 3 structures and 2 pipes. Observe how your structures are displayed in Plan, 2D, views and in 3D view, Object Viewer. Make an alignment from network parts, and a corresponding profile view. Note how your structures respond to edits, adjustments, and changes of pipe inverts. Click Home tab, create Design Panel Part Builder. Select Manhole 206 Type A, and then click Modify Part Sizes. Part Builder opens to your custom part. Add some variables to the cone height, SCH, riser 1 height, SRZ1, and barrel height, SBH, to make it easier to edit your structure after it has been inserted into the drawing. Right-click Size Parameters and then click Edit Configuration. The Edit Part Sizes dialog box is displayed. Under SCH, SRZ1 and SBH, change the data storage from constant to list. Each parameter now accepts additional values. Click Values from the drop-down list at the top of the Edit Part Sizes dialog box. The Edit Part Sizes dialog box switches to Values mode. Move your cursor to become active in the SCH column, and then click the Edit button from the Edit Part Sizes dialog box toolbar. Click Add to add the following values: 0, 6, 12, 18. Click OK to exit the dialog box. A list of values is now available for SCH. Repeat steps 16 and 17 for SRZ1 and SBH, adding the following values to each list. Click OK to exit the Edit Part Sizes dialog box. Lists of values are now available for SRZ1 and SBH. Save your part. Exit the Part Builder utility,